right, hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's see if I got the camera set up here. Wherever you are in this beautiful planet of ours, this is Marc, Lainhart, the Intuitive Prospector, here for another Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, live from England. I am in the fields just off of the college. You can kind of see, I was just showing you the trees, the beautiful trees here in England, the fields, there's actually some sheep. You can't see them, but they're just right over here, a whole herd of sheep. And just wanted to do a quick show with you this morning. So how's everybody doing? Grab your coffee, grab your tea. Let's get into the magic of the moment. Let's have a spiritual conversation. Looks like a couple people are joining in. I gotta remember where to look for my camera here because my camera's turned a different way. So if you could just let me know that you can hear me okay. Just send me some hearts and some likes. That would be fantastic. I got the microphone turned up all the way, hopefully. So this morning, I am live in England. I'm in my second week here at the Arthur Findlay Spiritual College, doing a little bit of metaphysics, meditation, healing, lots of healing, and just wanted to talk today about one of the messages I had received this week was the universe moves fast when you're having fun, and I am having a lot of fun. I can't believe I'm already into my second week. I'm going to be here all week long learning about how to just to be a better medium and what are the faculties of mediumship and how they teach it here in England. I've been coming to England for the last 5 years. I started my journey here to the Arthur Findlay College back in 2013, and been just growing and transforming and developing what is mediumship, is it real, does it work. I've got a really awesome tutor, name of Paul Jacobs, internationally known. He's tough. He's working me, but I'm having fun. That's how you learn. It's what I was talking with one of my earlier shows. No pressure, no diamond. So hope you grab your coffee, grab your tea. I learned from last week I didn't have a coffee cup. I do have a coffee cup, except I'm drinking English tea this morning, I guess it's this morning back in the States. It's this afternoon here in England. But if you guys would, please share out to a page. If you can share out to a few of my pages, the Inspired Living Radio page or the Soul Adventures page or even my page, Marc Lainhart, I would really greatly appreciate it. I'm not going to be on for too long. Just wanted to do a quick show. Just talk about how the universe really aligns to your favor when you're having fun. And it's, the time concepts, there's that old saying, time seems to be moving faster when we're having fun. And time seems to be slower when we're not having fun. So I'm obviously having a good time because the time has really been moving quite along pretty fast, but time is an illusion. So time is measured by humans, and time is something that we try to put into our daily lives to keep us busy, when to wake up, when to go to sleep. But the universe really starts when you're having fun and you're relaxed and you're in the moment. Time just seems to kind of slip away. And so this morning, that was a message that I got, and I thought, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about this morning, but it was a good reminder that the universe works fast. Things fall into an alignment on your spiritual path when you're enjoying the moment, when you are, having fun and doing your thing. So it looks like there's a truck with a trailer that's going to come by, so it might get a little bit loud. But if you are just joining us, welcome. This is Metaphysical Mocha Mondays here on the Intuitive Prospector channel. If you would like to, if you'd like to see a truck and trailer in England, that's what it looks like. But if you want to share out to a page, I'd greatly appreciate it. I will be taking questions here after the show. Here and just wanted to come on for about 15 minutes. Just keep up with the dedication of Metaphysical Mocha Mondays, and then I'll be back on right after the show ends for the Prospecting Q&A after show, where I'll be giving you readings, spiritual chats, say hi to the community. I've got my pack of cards. I've got one pack. I've bought a couple packs, but this today I'm using the wisdom of words. So that's what we'll be doing on the Prospecting Q&A after show. So get your questions ready. If you can share out to somebody, that would be great. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel or just visit marclainhart.com. So like I said, the universe really works in your favor when you're having fun. And when it's kind of like swimming against the current. You can swim against the current. We come from a place of a lot of ego, a lot of wanting to be right. And it tends to, when you're swimming upstream and going against the grain, you just tire out easily. You actually, you work harder. And I found that with mediumship, and just sharing with you today the journey of my mediumship, of connecting to an unseen world, something that I didn't always do, something I didn't always believe in, but it was through great tragedy that got me thinking. It rewired my brain. The trauma, for those of you that are watching today, trauma rewires the brain. It gets you thinking differently. It changes your belief system. And so when I started coming to the Arthur Findlay College 5 years ago, really just trying to understand metaphysics, meditation, mediumship, psychic sciences, spiritual healing, what did it all mean, and was it real? I can tell you 5 years later in my journey, it's very real. Hundreds of readings and DEMs later, but the learning process never stops. I just was in class and just got my hat handed to me on stage. But that's why I do what I do, is to grow and apply that pressure. So like I said, no pressure, no diamond. And for anybody that's on the spiritual path of psychic, meditation, metaphysics, mediumship, then Arthur Findlay College would be a good journey for you. It would be a good place to come to learn, because they have really amazing tutors. And I'm a little sad today because my first tutor that I ever had here at the Arthur Findlay College, the wonderful Eamon Downing, he was my very first tutor. I'll be honest with you guys, I'll tell you a little secret. I didn't like him when I first started, but 5 years later, he's back. He's been a great mentor to me and helping me understand metaphysics and how the brain of mediumship works. And today it was his last lecture after 28 years. He's moving on. He's not going to be at the college anymore. And tomorrow, I have a spiritual assessment with him. So it's almost like things have come full circle, from when I started with him as my first tutor 5 years ago to the spiritual assessment that he's going to give me tomorrow. And it's like, the spiritual path, your life path is never in a straight line. We've been talking about this. It's a spiritual spiral, if you will. And I've come full circle to where, one of my mentors is going to give me, where the next 5 years is going to look like. Where am I going in my spiritual path? Lord knows I'm not the greatest medium, but just trying to learn to be the best medium, to represent the spirit world and connect people. And so it's been a wonderful time here at the Arthur Findlay College. Like I said, I have another week, and I'm just learning from these amazing tutors that really push you, and it's no hand-holding. So you've got to have a little bit thick skin to come here. Some of the tutors, I'm mentoring right now with one of the toughest, but one of the best spiritual mediums, Paul Jacobs, who's well known. We had a reading last night. He brought through some amazing stuff for my brother, and to witness that and to watch other mediums. But really, what I wanted to talk about in the message, as I drink my English tea here in the fields of England, I wanted to talk about that time is an illusion, and a lot of times as we get older, time seems to speed up for a lot of us. It may slow down for some of you. I'm not saying for everybody, but when you're younger, you're going through education, you're learning things, you're impacting the brain, and time just seems to really cruise by. And then as you get to your middle age, and as you get to being older in life, it seems that time even speeds up quicker, especially when you get to like decades and centuries and quarter centuries. Time just seems to be, I don't know where the 46 years have gone. But it just shows you that time is an illusion, and it's based on your mindset. And when you are in the right mindset, the universe works very quickly, unlocks a lot of pathways, doors, people, and when you're happy and in that place, time is no longer an issue. If you're waiting for something, then time becomes long. And so it was a message that I received during one of my meditations. Talking about when the universe, if you tap on your screen, if you're watching today, and you tap on your screen here on the phone or whatever you're watching, there's a description of what I'm talking about and some links if you want to go to my page. But it's when things are happening quickly, the universe works on your behalf when you're having fun. So it's just a message that I wanted to share out this morning here on Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. And again, every Monday morning, I try to be here if I'm traveling around the world or if I'm back in country. It starts at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just sharing the message that when the universe is working on in your behalf and you're enjoying your time and you're finding the magic in the moment and you're finding the good things in life, life seems to go much quicker. When you're in the tragedies, when you're in dealing with depression or anxiety, or life's just we're not all happy all the time. Time seems to slow down. I remember when I was going through the tragedies of my brothers. It seemed like time just stopped. To be honest with you, I can tell you when I would be working as a firefighter, and there would be a very serious situation, time seemed to slow. So it's always been fascinating to me about how time works and how us as humans measure life and our time here in the life based on it going fast or it going slow. So it was a message that came up for me about how the universe works in your behalf when you're having fun. So Metaphysical Mocha Mondays is also a show and as a reminder to inspire you, to guide you, to educate you, to help maybe unfold some of your own spiritual pathways, to tap into your own psychic abilities, your own mediumship abilities, your own intuition, your own awareness, your own mindfulness, because that's a big part of your own journey. Understanding that you're not just a physical being here having just a 9-to-5 job, that you're a spiritual, energetic being first here, having a physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual connection to that of life. And if that's taught me anything, coming here to England the last 5 years, that's something that it's taught me about the connection to this world, but also a connection to the unseen world. Now, I get it's not for all of you. Mediumship is, some people would, say it's not real. It's, Marc is a fake, or, there's, with everything in life, you're going to have opinions. But it takes me back to the quote from Winston Churchill when he talks about if you stop and listen to every barking dog on your path, you're not going to get anywhere. So there's a lot of barking dogs. There's a lot of people with their own opinions and judgments and skepticism. But I would challenge you to find your own path. I would challenge you to search out what is right for you. As I like to say, spiritual prospecting for spiritual gold. And that leads me to England. It leads me to other parts of the world to identify and blend with an unseen world through mediumship. And it feels like 5 years. I'm coming full circle. When this journey began, coming in maybe as even a little bit of a overconfident, arrogant American, coming to England thinking I knew everything about mediumship when I really didn't. And now 5 years later, having the being humble and being in service to the spirit world, and still fine-tuning what it is that I do as a medium. And now having my first tutor, who I first learned from in 2013, leaving to go on his own soul adventure, and having finishing up with a spiritual assessment tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. So I want to give you a card for the week as we kind of wrap up here. Again, I hope you're having a great day and make it a great week. Set the intent for the week. That's why I do the show, is to set the intent on Monday, because Monday is the least favorite day, and that's why I have Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. Also, you can catch me live on the air Wednesdays afternoons at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, over on Inspired Living Radio. It's our internet radio show as we get ready to move into our 4th season with my co-host Kim Falcon in Richmond, Virginia. She'll be doing a really cool show called the Premonition Code that I'll actually, it should be out on our site in a few hours here, but it's called the Premonition Code. It's a book, and it's going to be this Wednesday. So make sure to check that out, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, Wisdom Wednesday. The show's called Inspired Living Radio. Love to have you join us. Join our Facebook page. We have a live call-in line, so you might want to call in and talk to the author. She's going to be taking some questions about premonitions, how your own premonitions work. And like I said, just sharing my experience. I try to do that through Mocha Mondays. I'm here in the fields of England, as you can see the backdrop. The college is just right around the corner. I'm actually off property. They wanted me to broadcast not on the property, so just respecting the rules of the SNU and the Arthur Findlay College, being respectful for what they want. But if you guys please share out, because I'm getting ready to do the prospecting Q&A after show, so I'm sure a few of you have some questions. Might be a little bit of psychic, a little bit of intuition, might be a little pull a card for you, might be mediumship, who knows. If I got a loved one that's coming through, I'll bring you on Facebook Live. We'll split screen and see if I'm correct or not correct in connecting to your loved ones. I don't know if I want to do mediumship, because I just got done with lecture all day and standing on the platform and getting critiqued and connecting, not connecting, working through the mechanics of mediumship. So it's actually a lot of fun, and again, it's what I do, but it's not for everybody. So take a deep breath. I'm going to give you your card for this week, and I'm also going to give you your crystal. The animal for this week is going to be sheep. Your totem animal spirit is going to be sheep, just because there's a whole herd of sheep right back here, and I thought I'm improvising, going with the flow of the spirit world. And the sheep is actually based on taking your time. As sheeps graze, they're always in their own time frame. They do what they want. They can herd together. So the sheep reminds us to be taking our time and to enjoy the little things in life, but also don't always follow the herd. There is protection in the herd, but sometimes you have to go against what the herd is doing and follow your intuition, follow your heart, follow that God spark, as I like to say, to search out what life has to offer for you. So the animal totem spirit for this week is the sheep, so you can look that up and just get more information. Your crystals for this week is actually coming right from my own heart. The crystals I'm going to share with you this week. So this is what I wear when I'm working in a DEM, a one-on-one reading. So there's 2 stones for you this week. The first one is a blue lace agate. That's this one right here. And the blue lace agate is really, I've been wearing this necklace. It was made for me at Omega. I've been wearing this necklace for several years now, and so it's got a lot of energy. But the blue lace agate is a great grounding stone. So again, I'll show it to you so you can see. Blue lace agate, I wear it over my heart because I find that the heart chakra is one of the greatest connections from the physical world to the spiritual world. And so I try to be as connected as I can. So the blue lace agate's really good for cleansing the body. It's really good for the third eye. I wear it because it helps calm my third eye down and really try to work through the emotions of mediumship versus what I'm seeing here. And that's been the practical all week, not working clairvoyantly, but working emotionally to bring through the essence of that person in the spirit world. So it stills the third eye, calms it down for a very active mind like myself. It's also a good for the throat chakra, so it helps to express through the throat chakra, which is right here. The next stone for this week is the bloodstone, and the bloodstone has been around for thousands of years. This is this little guy right here. You can kind of see it. Let me come up to see the bloodstone. And that stone is really good for grounding and any kind of negative energy. Like I said, it's good for cleansing the body. It's been around for 1,000 or so years, the bloodstone. So if you want to check out those 2, check out the blue lace agate. Really great for, helping your third eye, and if you have a very overactive mind like I do. I've been trying to quiet this guy here, the third eye, so I could work with emotions and mediumship, and then the bloodstone for grounding and detoxifying the body. Those are your crystal prospecting stones for the week. Your spirit totem animal is the sheep. Take your time, graze, enjoy life, but also don't always follow the herd, because the herd keeps you protected, but sometimes you got to go find your own way to see what's right in life for you. So let's check out the time here. We're going to get ready for the Prospecting Q&A after show, where I will take your questions. And again, if you want to share out the page, please do so to groups or people that might resonate with this message, like-minded community, spiritualism, meditation, metaphysics, mindfulness, consciousness. If you want to make a change in the world, especially, we need a lot of people to get on board to start making some changes with what we're seeing in reality of life. The card that I picked today, very interesting card as we wrap up, is a card talking about being. And it's very much in line with what I was just talking about. When you're having fun, the universe works in your behalf, and time seems to speed up. But when you're not in that place of peace and happiness, time seems to slow down, and it doesn't feel like the universe works on your behalf. And so the card itself is about connection. That's the hands coming together, and it talks about a belief which John Lennon talks. I believe in God, but not as an old man in the sky. I believe that what people call God is something in all of us. So that's a very important message for today from John Lennon, talking about the God in all of us. Some of us would know it from an anatomy standpoint of the God spark of the heart, what makes the heart go, what makes the heart tick. And again, just connection to spirit, connection to being, connection to life, connection to your existence. That's your message for the week. That's your card for the week. And again, when you're in the flow, things move fast when you're at peace, especially with the universe. And so I thought I would just share that page, or share that note with you, share the crystals for this week, share the sheep for the prospecting animal for you. And I'm just going to leave you with that. I'll be back here in just 1 minute to start the Prospecting Q&A after show. So get your mind ready, get your questions ready. I'm going to do my best to try to answer them if I can. If I am feeling called to mediumship, I will ask you to come on Facebook Live. The screen splits, and we do a message to try to bring through a loved one, if I can. Like I said, I haven't been connecting very well today, but that's just today. You can't measure every day as a failure. And for me, failure is first attempt in learning. So I always say, fail often, fail big, learn from it, apply the pressure that comes with becoming the diamond of who you are. So with that, just want to say thank you for tuning in to Metaphysical Mocha Mondays. I'll be back here every next Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please follow subscribe to my page, Intuitive Prospector. Get on my YouTube playlist, hundreds of videos now, radio shows, podcasts, soul adventures, as I like to say. I would love to connect with you and do a little spiritual prospecting for your own spiritual gold. So with that, have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I was going to just get some music. And until then, until our next soul adventure together, be kind, be caring, be compassionate.